In the past year, Sleep Token has taken the world by storm. The British rock band has risen from the depths of the underground to becoming a household name in 2020's metal. With their growing popularity, many fans have speculated about the band's imagery and lore. Today, we dive deep into that lore and the backstory of Vessel, Sleep, and the world of Sleep Token. Let's dive in. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the No Skip Show. I'm your host, Travis Platt, and today we are diving into the full, extensive lore of the band Sleep Token. This has been a very long time coming, as we released our video talking about Sleep Token in our beginner's guide a full year ago. So now I'm really excited to be revisiting the band and doing a full, extensive lore breakdown. Did you know that about 99% of you aren't subscribed? Come on. Our biggest video is Sleep Token related. You can subscribe for more Sleep Token related content or more of your favorite bands. And if your favorite bands are not included, make sure to comment that down below and we will make an extensive guide to them as well. We're also very active on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. We have all social media. So make sure to check the description or the pinned comment to see how you can connect with us there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Disclaimer before diving into the lore, I'd like to mention that this breakdown is an accumulation of various fan theories organized in a way that we here at No Skip find to be the most digestible. And as a recording, there is no official lore or backstory to the band. Just these theories and the fans' best interpretation of the band's work, including our own. If you don't fully agree on what is in the video, we can discuss that in the comments. Our sources will also be in the description for you to check out for yourself. Also, this is not the actual history of the band. If you want to learn about that, you can check out our beginner's guide on our channel or in the description. Okay, now time for the lore. In the only interview with Vessel, Metal Hammer states, Sleep Token are a masked, anonymous collective of musicians devoted to worshipping an ancient deity called Sleep, whose name no modern tongue can express. This being once wielded great power, granting ancient civilizations dreams and nightmares. Though its prominence has faded, Sleep still lurks in the subconscious minds of everyone. It blends fragments of beauty, horror, anguish, joy, and fear into expansive, emotionally rich music. Led by the tormented Vessel, Sleep Token draws out our deepest thoughts and feelings from the darkest corners of our subconscious. Sleep Token was created in 2016 when Vessel, our storyteller and protagonist, was visited by Sleep in a dream. Sleep, an ancient deity, inspires the worship central to Sleep Token's music, live shows, and entire ethos. After this encounter, Vessel dedicated his life to worshipping Sleep and spreading this devotion to the masses, garnering millions of followers in a short span. Despite these challenges, Vessel continues to spread Sleep's message, Vessel himself saying, "We are here to serve Sleep and project his message." In return, Vessel is promised magnificence and glory. With each release, we see a new facet of the relationship between the god and the servant, starting from the very beginning. Our journey begins with the track Jericho, where Sleep starts searching for a new vessel to spread its message. Sleep also reflecting on the past subjects it used for torment. The next vessel, our protagonist, is seduced in his own sleep, hearing from the deity for the first time. In the early EPs, we see trust building between Sleep and Vessel, who has trauma from his past, possibly related to Eden, who we will talk about later. This forming relationship between himself and the deity fascinates Vessel. Vessel willing to spend the night in fascination. Thread the Needle serves as the thesis for their relationship, describing it as a comforting yet inescapable labyrinth, echoing the twists and turns to come. In Fields of Elation, Vessel fully succumbs to sleep seduction, seeking relief from his pain and someone to confide in. This song highlights Vessel's loneliness and desperation, making him trust sleep despite the risks. In return, sleep promises fame, glory, and a chance to erase Vessel's past mistakes. Feeling he has nowhere else to turn, Vessel is willing to take risks to forget the past and live in bliss. Fans speculate that Vessel's pledge to sleep involved inflicting pain on a past lover, possibly Eden. And by inflicting pain, it was possibly shooting her, as suggested in Nazareth. Even possibly committing other acts in the name of sleep as referred to in Atlantic. By the end of the first two EPs, Vessel is now fully committed to sleep and starts his journey toward enlightenment. But will this hunger lead to more pain or glory in his search? If you like Sleep Token, why don't you not sleep on the No Skip Show? Here at the No Skip Show, we promise to give the best of the underground, and we talk about all kinds of music, from rock to metal to hip-hop to pop to anything under the sun, with a main focus in alternative subculture music. So why don't you subscribe? We are still a pretty new channel, just starting off our second year, and we're looking to reach more and more people to educate people about their favorite bands. And as mentioned before, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, you can check us out on TikTok. We have all social media, so connect with us there either in the description or the pinned comment. Now let's jump right back into the video. Although we're going slightly out of order, we believe that Sleep Token's first two full-length albums tell a similar story about Vessel and Sleep's relationship. However, we see This Place Will Become Your Tomb as somewhat of a prequel to their debut album Sundowning. From the opening track Atlantic, it's evident that dedicating his life to sleep has taken a serious toll on Vessel. The song reveals the turmoil he suffers under sleep's grip, with references to wounds and past traumas. Before we dive into the plot, it's important to note that Vessel is deeply flawed. Anyone willing to sacrifice everything to escape their past must carry significant baggage. Vessel seems to have no one else but sleep. When someone invests everything into one entity, it creates a dependency. For Vessel, his entire sense of self is tied to his devotion to sleep. Throughout this album, we see the negative impact of this devotion. Despite giving everything to sleep, Vessel receives nothing in return. Even at his lowest, Sleep uses Vessel solely as a tool to spread its word and message. Vessel yearns for redemption and a genuine connection, which is evident in tracks like Hypnosis and The Offering. Yet this obsession comes with the feelings of entrapment as well, as depicted in Mine. The recurring theme of being tangled reflects Vessel's inescapable situation, seen in The Night Does Not Belong to God. The Love You Want poetically discusses Vessel's constant thoughts of sleep, comparing this obsession with past lovers, creating a never-ending cycle of torment. Vessel's anxieties and torment peak as he realizes that sleep will act through him, giving him a sense of importance. However, he acknowledges that he's past the point of no return.
It's too late for me now. I am altered.
He will never be absolved of his mistakes. Instead, he becomes a tool for sleep, all in the name of feeling whole again. The album delves into Vessel's character, revealing his brokenness from past relationships. He would rather not feel anything at all because love and memories bring pain. Instead, he clings to the metaphysical sleep as a coping mechanism, even at the cost of his humanity. Sleep erases his pain and memories in exchange for unconditional devotion and control. The beginning of the record shows Vessel's uncertainty, but by the end, he fully accepts his role as the Vessel. Although 2019's Sundowning was the band's debut album, it shares many themes with This Place Will Become Your Tomb, but seems to occur later in Vessel's journey. It shows Vessel's continued devotion to sleep and his self-reflection, the album playing like a conversation between the worshipped and the worshipper, with Vessel seeking sleep's favor, while sleep uses him for its own benefit. In Dark Signs in the Offering, Vessel's devotion is clear, as he justifies his actions under sleep's control. In The Offering, Vessel offers himself as a sacrifice to sleep, highlighting his infatuation with the deity. In Sugar, Vessel's addiction to sleep is compared to drug addiction. Showing how he is blinded by sleep's glory and bliss. In Levitate, thoughts of Vessel's past lover return to him, hinting at a desire to change or a possible test of fate. Vessel realizes the destruction that he has caused, poisoning those around him, whether willingly or while under sleep's influence. The more devoted he becomes, the more he hurts others, especially those he loves. Higher serves as a threat from sleep for this newfound guilt, reminding Vessel that his devotion left him isolated.
I am a fire, and you are dry as bone. You are taken.
Despite the anguish and torment, Vessel and Sleep find euphoria in their toxic relationship. The album parallels Vessel's real-life toxic relationship that drove him to Sleep, showing their deranged, symbiotic companionship, just like a wild animal with parasites. Vessel has become Sleep's conduit, gaining a semblance of peace outside of the damaged life he abandoned. Gods, Say That You Will, and Drag Me Under delve even deeper into Vessel's misery. With or without sleep, he is caught in a cycle of giving himself over completely to something or living tormented and alone. The first two songs show Vessel's irrational longing to be loved, leading to the sacrifices he made to sleep to gain his purpose. Drag Me Under depicts Vessel's final unification with sleep, fully entangled by the deity after an almost righteous revelation. The journey winds down with Vessel moving away from his past lover and any hope of reconciliation with her or his past. Bloodsport acts as the final lament to his ex, fearing all attachment will end, leaving only him and Sleep in the end.
I'm still your favorite regret, and you're still my weapon of choice.
Sundowning serves as a summary of Vessel's corruption and adds depth to his real-life connections and dreamscape with Sleep. We witness his further seduction to Sleep, them giving him a sense of belonging and love while being used by the deity for its worship. Hints of Vessel's real-life problems show his tragic downfall in seeking to fix past mistakes and return to his lover. In the end, Vessel's blind obsession and infatuation with not feeling it all led him to commit to something that kills him for the promise of change. Sleep offers what Vessel can't obtain in reality, causing pain to him and those around them. Out of desperation, Vessel becomes an empty husk, entangled with a parasite slowly draining his life away. Now, it's time to dive into Sleep Token's Ethos, their greatest achievement and the most emotionally charged album in their trilogy, Take Me Back to Eden. First, a disclaimer, this video only scratches the surface of the lore and meanings behind each song and project. We've tried to provide a concise, linear, and clear summary with the resources available without going too off base and far-reaching. If you have further questions or think we missed something, I suggest doing your own research as the lore is highly subjective and non-linear with this recent release. Its lore is still hazy and less explored than the previous work. The band's third album continues the backstory of our protagonist and his parasitic relationship with Vessel's final struggle in his devotion to sleep, suggesting Vessel is at his breaking point in service to the deity. He reflects on his past lover and realizes sleep may not be the answer. But just like a drug addict relapsing or a partner returning to an abuser, Vessel struggles between changing for the better or staying loyal to his deity. In Chokehold and the Summoning, Vessel appears to praise sleep, acting as if they were meant to be together. Chokehold portraying an overwhelming attraction to someone, comparing it to being entangled in a flood. Vessel acknowledges everyone's tie to sleep, presenting it as a message to all the worshippers. Despite recognizing his fall from grace, he still basks in sleep's glory, wishing to be swallowed by the deity again in 4, the track reflecting a dark turn with Vessel diving headfirst into a damaging relationship, indicating there's no turning back. This album serves as a redemption arc for Vessel, him reflecting on his past mistakes and demonstrating his will to move on and seek closure. Tracks like Granite, Aqua Regia, and Ascensionism illustrate his journey towards redemption. Granite reveals Vessel's addiction to a person, recognizing the issues in their relationship, but still finding it meaningful. He values himself, even though the relationship is non-committal. Aqua Regia being a bit more straightforward, depicting Vessel above the tumultuous relationship, claiming that he is the refining agent for gold, and recognizing his reliance on substances to cope, potentially referring to Aqua Regia as said substances that revert Vessel back to his former self before the real-world relationship. In Ascensionism, Vessel expresses his pain and anger as the relationship spirals downward, seeing his partner as unhealthy and deceptive. He vents his frustration, saying, "Who made you like this?" and points out warning signs. Tell me you met me in past lives, past what might be eating me from the inside. Vessel resolves to ascend and leave them behind out of anger. Do You Wish That You Loved Me in Rain delve into Vessel's battle with his addiction to sleep. He faces his pain and says goodbye to his god, acknowledging the hooks they have in him. Despite their smile ending the vicious cycle of past pains, he bids a bittersweet farewell, desiring to experience their pleasure in touch one last time. These songs collectively depict Vessel's journey through pain, self-reflection, and eventual determination to move forward despite the challenges and addictions he faces to sleep. Vessel credits sleep for the changes he overgoes in Take Me Back to Eden, the last track featuring his communication with sleep. He grieves and falls out with his lover, witnessing the hell caused by the relationship and breakup, feeling insignificant and sickened, likening himself to a moth drawn to a flame. The verses depict Vessel's grief and contemplation of loss, realizing he needs to pick himself back up. In the breakdown, he screams to be taken back to Eden, a place of bliss before his current hell. The intro of Chokehold samples throughout the end, recalling his initial innocence. The closing track, Euclid, features a reborn Vessel, reaching out to his past lover to show how far he's come, and how much he's changed. He accepts the end of their relationship and seeks support from someone he cares about. The song ending with Vessel acknowledging his lover, reclaiming the space and time that belonged to them for himself. Throughout this album, Vessel achieves what many yearn for, to struggle, learn, and become a better person, to find the closure everyone deserves, regardless of the pain caused along the way. It conveys that no matter what, redemption and saving oneself are always possible. As with most of their projects, Vessel has generously provided more than just music, offering us character drawings for each song. These illustrations depict characters that embody the essence or vibe of their respective tracks. For instance, the character for Chokehold is reminiscent of a spider, tying in with the lyrics. Other characters amplify the themes of the songs, such as Aqua Regia's figure resembling an alchemist whose traditional goal was to transform lead into gold. However, Aqua Regia is a substance that can dissolve gold. Subtle references to gold appear within the illustration, including its place on the periodic table, and the theory that the person in the music video represents gold being eroded by alcohol, or Aqua Regia. The line, ties into alcohol and connects with similar themes from other tracks. Perhaps the most notable character, especially with the recent masked changes, is Euclid's. The character notably holds Vessel's severed head in one hand and a dagger rests in the other. The face, or mask, possibly symbolizes that sleep has finally taken over Vessel, or suggesting that Vessel is dead and a new form of the frontman will emerge. This final character seems to signify the end of the cycle, the Sleep trilogy as we know it, and is the only character that appears to have succeeded in taking down Vessel. These pictures were the sole companions to the songs, with no additional text or explanations. Naturally, this led fans to theorize about each character's meaning and the significance of their details. These are just a few examples of the dozen images accompanying the album, and interpretations may vary. For a more in-depth breakdown of these characters, we highly recommend visiting the Sleep Token fan page. They offer detailed analysis and theories, some of which inspired this video, along with insights into other Sleep Token projects. In essence, Sleep Token songs often serve as metaphors for real-life toxic relationships and their complex dynamics, or they can be seen as intense, provocative tracks. Yet, as with many cryptic projects, there's always a deeper layer beyond what one might initially perceive. Sleep Token offers a unique perspective on anonymous, masked musical projects by delivering a richly personal and intricate lore anyone can connect to. The interpretation and order of the songs can vary widely from listener to listener, but one consistent theme emerges across all of their work. Nothing lasts forever. Sleep resides in us all, and worship him. Alright, that is it. You now have the full extensive lore guideline on Sleep Token. Now, like we mentioned multiple times in the video, this is entirely our opinion. So, if you disagree or you see things a little differently, please comment that down below and start a discussion, because we are all theorizers here, and just because I'm in front of a camera does not mean that I am 100% right. I am just as much of a Sleep Token fan as anybody out there, so I'm looking for more insight and different perspectives, so make sure to comment those down below. And like I said before, make sure to connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all social media, in the pinned comment or in the description, and make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to keep the record spinning. And as always, thanks for watching and happy listening.